Morning to you, Daybreak at I-Fiber 1. Daybreak Show rolls on here. Morning, Spencer.
Good morning.
Great guests continue on. Matthew Melendez is here. Been a while.
It has been.
How you been?
Good.
Good to see you.
Yeah, busy summer, but good. Kind of still missing it. Wasn't quite ready for fall, but
I think a lot
at
of
least we've had a nice one.
It just zoomed right by the summer months here. Faure Requiem this Friday and Sunday at St. Edward's Catholic Church in Shelton. This is put forth by the great Ben Choral and Youth Choral. Tell us a little bit about this.
Yeah, I mean, the Faure Requiem is it's one of the most beloved Requiem settings. When you think Requiem, you automatically think, Mozart. Mm-hmm. This is very different. There was a tradition when Mozart was writing his Requiems that they were big and dramatic, and they sort of all embodied all your fear of death, basically, just Sturm und Drang and whatever. Brahms, however, came to it from a different point of view and sort of created this new tradition, which is, no, I think a Requiem should be hopeful and reminding us that this is the new beginning and reassuring and wrap everybody there with a sense of comfort. And so there's sort of that schism in terms of the two styles of Requiem. And Faure, I think, and perhaps his student Duraflay probably achieve that the best in terms of really creating something that is sublime and just completely comforting, and you feel like you're just wrapped in warmth.
Give me a timeline on this. When was it written?
1880s.
Okay.
Yeah, 1880s.
Okay. And so does that also play into it? What's going on in the world?
Yeah, absolutely. Like particularly because, Faure is... at that point, French Impressionism, as an offshoot of the Romantic era, is really taking off. And you could definitely hear those elements, but Faure, in his own time, was sort of seen as a bit of a fuddy-duddy or a second-rate composer. He didn't get to do very much of the larger works, operas and symphonies, that he kind of wanted to do, even though there are other composers like Wolf that wanted to do more of that didn't get to and were bitter about it. Faure, not so much. Faure was very humble, and you hear that in his Requiem, and took great pride in the fact that the truth is the smaller chamber works are harder. And that's the beautiful thing about his composition. You can turn open any page. There's no extra notes. If you take away one note, the whole thing falls apart. Mm-hmm. The craftsmanship and the architecture is just so present.
How does that play into you have a large group of folks that are part of the Great Bend. What's the numbers that you see on stage here?
Probably between the kids sing all of it. So combined, we're probably looking at about 36 people singing.
Wow.
I should know that off the top of my head, but yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
How long is the performance? What are we going to see?
A little under an hour. Okay. So it's a nice light fall one, where normally fall is an oratorium.
Yeah.
You're there for the afternoon.
I'll bring a lunch.
Yeah, this is a light one.
Friday at 7:30 and Sunday at 4 at St. Edward's Catholic Church, and you're doing something too when it comes to helping out the food banks.
Yeah. We wanted to. This year, we really kind of wanted to, now that the choir is sort of gelled into a community in and of itself, take on some service projects. And so the Friday concert, we are partnering with Saints Pantry in Shelton, and anybody who brings in a donation of non-perishable food items, 2 or more, will receive a discount off of their ticket at the door. And the same on Sunday, that's for the Hood Canal Food Bank.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're, last time we did something like this, we filled a couple pickup trucks.
Nice.
So we're hoping to have that kind of impact again.
So on Friday and Sunday, tickets otherwise are $20 or $16 for senior and military.
Correct.
GreatBendMusic.org. And as I'm at your website looking over some other things, you have another kind of fascinating outreach, in a sense, I guess, a grief choir. What is this?
Well, so if I were to tell you there was something that you could do that was shown to alleviate depression and anxiety to the same amount as taking a med, an SSRI, was shown to boost your immune system, like going on 2 weeks of vacation does, in ways that last for about 5 to 7 days afterwards, and that boosts cognitive function. Like, at the end of an hour, you'd be better on Jeopardy at the end of an hour than you would be at the beginning.
Okay.
You probably wouldn't guess that singing is what does that.
It's amazing.
And it's not just singing, it's group singing. because group singing brings in the last couple of brain centers that solo singing doesn't bring in terms of how you sort of hear across the room to collaborate with other people. And it synchronizes breathing, heartbeats synchronize. And as a result, there's a lot of research over the last 15 years showing how those completely non-musical effects can be used for choral music therapy. So the conversation started last spring with folks at Mason General about launching some programs that would take advantage of that. And their primary interest was choir for healthcare professionals, because the number one way that choral music therapy has been deployed to this point has been folks with high consequenced careers that are really tending towards burnout.
Sure.
And so that's nuclear technicians, air traffic controllers, and healthcare professionals. And it's kind of amazing. It's 1 hour of, even in this country where we don't think of ourselves as singers, right? Unless you're a professional singer, you don't think of yourself as a singer. But 1 hour of singing together just in a group just really, really relieves stress, really increases a sense of connection, and really increases a sense of community. Where that has been really powerfully implemented has been in a couple of additional areas that we are now actively expanding into. So we have grief choir, and we have dementia choir that's getting up off of its feet, and we also have requests for COPD choir and we haven't come up with a name for it yet, but a Parkinson's nerve damage choir. And it is so satisfying. It's just, and we don't have words for it. So I'll tell you, the first time I went to a grief gathering, the facilitator had not given the group a warning that I was going to be coming and asking them to sing. And so I just sort of show up and explain, some of the research, and we're just going to try this and sort of see. And it's amazing. You start singing, even when people are really tentative.
Sure.
And everybody's going, I can't sing. I'm like, okay, this isn't a concert. Hum, close your eyes, participate however you want. But, within 10 minutes, the singing is there, really there, and then the laughter starts and the crying starts, and it's crying through laughter, and the memories come back, and just suddenly, again, singing creates connection. And for most human societies, we're grieving. We don't grieve by ourselves. We grieve in a group, and you often sing together, or whatever. And that's something that we've lost a bit of. And so, it's been a really powerful thing that I didn't expect to take off the way it has. But we have more demand right now than we can support, which is great, because there are no words to describe how satisfying it is.
Sure.
It's just, you go, you're just leading people, and it's fun singing. I went into it thinking it was going to primarily be hymns. It's not. It's Stevie Wonder. It's Thanks for the Memories. It's,
cool.
Yeah, it's all over the place. The stuff that's kind of tearjerker and ouch, and stuff that's also like, oh my gosh, I love when we sang. Again, it's savoring the memories. And then these stories that come out, not just about the loss, but about just, oh my gosh, I forgot how much I enjoyed this as a kid, singing around the piano with friends. And so we're really excited about that. And that program is actually being featured as part of this year's South Puget Sound Community Foundation's Give Local campaign. So we're excited about that. We have just a couple more gatherings this year going on, and you can find out about those on our website. But come January, there will be even more. Yeah.
Well, keep us updated on that. Do you have a question?
No.
There's something there. So it looks like the next one is Monday?
Actually, we just had a talk last night. We're going to move it to the 25th, because I was kind of like, day after concert weekend.
Sure.
Maybe not the best idea.
So Monday the 25th.
Monday the 25th, and that'll be at the Hub in Belfair, and I'll update that on the website this afternoon as well.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds really fascinating.
It's just great, yeah.
You kind of just start singing, and then you kind of just let go, and you're part of the moment. And
it's, again, you suddenly, what was it? I think it's Bridge Over Troubled Water.
Oh, man.
Or one of those, or whatever, where, you're 20 minutes in. So Yeah, the facilitator, the first time we were doing this, I could tell she was just really, she's just this amazing force of nature in this community, Susan Petty. And she was just like, come on. Like, I was like, no, I can hear it. Let him go for a second. And within 5 minutes, man, it's not just like, like a bridge over trouble. They're singing like the choruses, and there's the jazz hands, and there's, or it's just fun, and it's another way just to come together.
Wow.
And, you don't have to speak, and you don't have to whatever. You just sort of go with the group, and a lot ends up being said.
Kind of breaks down defenses too.
Yeah. There's a great video. You can see a lot of it and hear some of their own stories at our Give Local page.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. Good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you too.
And again, a reminder, this Friday at St. Edward's Catholic Church at 7:30 and Sunday at 4 p.m. You can always find out more at greatbendmusic.org. Well, have a good one.
Thank you so much.